Welcome back, guys. So this time around, we want to create our first portfolio design. So all I have to do is to open my Behance app, and here's my Behance app. So you come to the home page right here. You see different icons so you could work with. So here are different icons, but what we want to use now is the last one. So we use this. This is where you are seeing my profile. This is what I'm going to use right now. So I'm going to use that, and yeah, it will bring me here. Then I'll see a plus button. This is the plus button right here. So here is the plus button. I'm going to use this plus button to create my first portfolio. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on the plus button, and here you see start a project. So to start a project, I have to start clicking on files that I would use. So I have all the designs I've worked on is what I want to use. So all I have to do is to look for my gallery. I'm going to say take pictures of video. Yes, I'll say don't allow, no. Then I'll just come to choose my gallery. So I'll come right here and let me just see what we have. So assets browser. So let me just come here. I'll say why using this app, and I want to check through my gallery. That's what I want to do actually. So let's look for assets browser, and how do I bring in my uploads? I want to bring in my pictures and all that. So here we have text. We could work on different text, but that's not what I'm here to do. I want to be able to access my gallery. That's what I want to be able to do. So I'm going to just discard this, and I'm going to come back here. So I'll click on the plus button, and having to click on the plus button, I have access. So I will click on albums. Yes. So I'll click on the plus button. All I have to do is to swipe up, and I'll click on my albums. Then I'll have access to my albums. So here I will say pictures. So I want to have access to my pictures. So what I want to do now, I want to create a portfolio, but the portfolio is a brand portfolio for this real estate brand we created. So all I have to do now is to bring in what I want to use. So the first thing I would love to use is the house. Yes, I would love to use the house. Then the next thing I would love to use is the t-shirt. Yes, the t-shirt. So I want to create another mockup. I'll come to Canva. I want to create the letterhead mockup. So all I have to do is to come back and let's see mockups. I search for mockups from the template. So let's create the letterhead mockups. So we have more mockups. So you could work on different mockups just to use as your portfolio design. So right here, because we are creating a brand portfolio design, so I'm going to just look for mockups right here. I'm going to look for mockups. I'll come back home. Yes, I'll come back home. Then I'll search for mockups as usual. I'll search for mockups. So let me search for that. I'll say mockups. So let's see what we have. So I'm going to be able to choose from diverse. I want to create for our letter headed paper. So let's look for what to use. So I'm just going to go on and on. Let's see. So, I chose a mockup earlier on, and it's brought different Canva templates where I get to choose from. So let's go ahead and see the one I could use for the letterhead paper. So yes, we go on and on this way, and let's see what we have right here. So let me choose something like this. Let me choose this, and let's see different mockups are here. So let me see the one that I could use for my letterhead paper. So let's go. Oh yeah, let's keep. Okay, let me choose this, and let me just come back here and see what I could use. So we have this what I could use for the letterhead. Yeah. So we keep going like this, and okay. So let me just look for something else. Let me look for something else. Let me look for, yes, logo mockups. Logo mockups is what I was looking for. So I'll look for logo mockups. Yeah. So I'll just come right here. I'll come to the home. I'll say logo mockups. Yes, let's look for that. So here is logo mockups. So we are going to choose one of these mockups. Then from there, we're going to see similar templates. Then we're going to be able to see the one we use for our letterhead paper. So let me just keep going and see if I could see any that will make more sense to me. So let me see. Let me see. Let me see the one to use. So we don't have any right here, but let me see if I could tweak one in. So we are going to use, I could use this for a mockup. Let me see. Let me just go back. Let me go back. Let me look for logo mockups again. And I'm looking for the one I want to use for a letterhead paper. So let's see if we are going to see from here. Let's see if we're going to see from here, plainly from here. So yes, show more. Let's see more and see if we have any to use. So I'm going to just keep scrolling to see if I could see any, but I've not been able to see any. So what I want to do is I'm going to create a custom one. Of course, I'm going to create a custom one. So what I'm going to do is to choose any of these mockups, then I'll just go and create a custom mockup here. So I'm going to just customize this template, and having to customize this template, I'll be able to see how to bring in the logo. So all you have to do with a mockup is to create different design for your brand. So you have different mockups. So I could just easily delete all that and easily delete all that. So this shirt will just be like that, and we could delete. Okay, I could just come back here. Yeah, so I could come back there. So I could bring in my logo. So I could bring in my logo. So we have more mockup. So I'll bring in my logo right now. And the logo fits into this, but that's not what we use. We use the transparent one. So I'll bring in the transparent logo so we could use that. So this is the transparent logo. I'll bring this in. Then this comes on the shirt. Yes. And this, I will change that as well. I'll delete that. So I'll delete all this. I'll bring in, I could duplicate this from here. I'll just duplicate this from here. So I'll just do a fast job. So I'll duplicate that. Then I'll bring this here. So that goes into that. Yes. So we have this. And yes, this goes into this. So we have that. We have this. And this will be the t-shirt. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on that. So we are going to have this. I'm going to click on this. Then I'm going to change the color to purple. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to change the color to purple. Then I'm going to delete this. This won't be there. So we have the t-shirt, we have this, and yeah, we are good to go. Then I'll go ahead to create another page. So let me try to create another page right now. So I'll create another page just to add a new page. I'm going to add a new page. Then the new page I add now will work as something else. So right now I want to look for mockups. That's the way I've been doing. So I'll look for more mockups to work with for my portfolio design for this brand. So I'm going to click on mockups. So let's look for the one to use right now. So I'll come here, I'm going to choose mockup. Then let's see what to choose, what to use right now. So I have different mockups right now. So let me see what to use. So I could do for the letter head paper. Now, okay, so we could do for these, yes, we could do for a jotter. So we could have a jotter that would have a mockup, yes. So we could just delete this. We could delete this and make it just one. So I'm going to just bring this in. I'm going to just expand it just to make it look. So it's going to be a whole type of, yes. So we're going to have this. So yes, have something like this. And yeah, I'm going to bring in an image. So let me come here right here to upload my image. So I'm going to upload this. I'm going to upload the normal prime. So I'm going to just bring that in. So let's see what it looks like. So yeah, right now, let's see what that looks like on this. So here we have a book design, and here it's looking good. So this is the jotter for this brand. So I'm going to look for another, I'm going to add another page just to make sure we have another design. So I'm going to add another page. So I'll go to page one. Page one is where I'll go to. So yes, yes, this is looking good. Yeah. So this looks good in my own way. So I'm going to go to the first page. I'm going to add more page just to create a markup for the letterhead paper. That's what I've been trying to create. So I'm going to add a new page, and here it is. So I'm going to look for markup as usual. I'm going to come to my elements to look for markups, and here in the markups, I'm going to see I want to do for my A4 paper. I've been saying it. I want to do for a letterhead paper. So let's see the one to use for that. So I keep going, and I'm going to look for what to use for that. So I'll keep going. I'll keep going. I'll keep going. I've not seen the one to use for that. I'll keep going. Yes, I'll keep going. I'll keep going. I'll keep going. So we could have more things like, okay, let me just see if I could have something like this. Let's see. Let me see if I could have something like this. So we are going to have something like this for a mock-up. Yes, let's see. And this will be for the brand as well. So what I want to do is I could change this color to purple. Let me change that color to purple. Then we could bring in the logo. So let me just bring in the logo. So I'll come to I'll come to my upload and I'll bring in the logo right here. So I'll bring in this logo and we're going to have it placed on that. Then it's going to change that to the logo brand. Then we have that as a mockup as well. So let's see, we have that as well, Prime Avon Reality. So we are still going, we are still doing more mockups. So let's do another mockup. So the final one I want to do is just for a letterhead paper. So I'm going to add a new page. I'm going to add a new page and let's see what that will be. So let me bring in my elements and yeah, in the mockup. So I think I've seen for the letterhead paper. The one we're going to use for the letterhead paper is right here. So let me just choose that. So let me just choose what to use for that. So this will be the one I will use for the letterhead paper. And let's see if that will fit in perfectly. Yes, it will. So let me just bring this, let me spread this across so we could have that. So let me just spread it across this way. So I spread it across this way. Then I'll bring in my upload. I'll come to upload. Then I'll bring in my A4. That is my letterhead paper. I'm going to bring that in. So I'm going to just look for my letterhead paper. So I'll come to my gallery this time around. And coming to my gallery, all I have to do is to bring in the A4 paper. So this will be it. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add that to the page. And yeah, I'm going to just swipe up and it's going to fit into that. And that will be our letterhead paper. So right now we have enough markup and I'm good to go. So right now I could just download everything I just did. So I'm going to download that and I'm going to go back to where I was doing my portfolio to complete my portfolio right there. So I'm going to download all these. I'm going to download it and having to download it, all I have to do is to go back to my Behance app to upload them. So it's going to be a mockup and we are going to be able to continue our lesson of how to use Canva on mobile phone or or your smartphone. So right now, I'm going to come to my Behance and having to open my Behance, I'm just going to click on this. You remember, I'm going to click on that and I'm going to start the whole project all over again. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on albums. Then I'm going to click on my pictures. Then right here, I have about how many mockups. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 mockups. So we are good to go. So we are going to rearrange it orderly. What will we start with? So left to me, I'll start with the house frame, of course. So I'm going to start with the house frame. So this goes first, yes. So this goes first, and let's see. So I'm going to just click on this, and yes, let's nest that. That will be the first, which will be the cover. So I'm going to nest that, and yes. Oh, oh, okay. So I'm going to delete. Let me just go back. Let me start this afresh. So I'm going to come to my albums. So let me just go back. Let me just go back, discard. Let me start the project again. I'll click on projects. Then I'm going to swipe up. I'm going to swipe up. I'm going to swipe this up to okay, I'm going to swipe it up. Then I'm going to click on my albums. Just look at it. I'll click on my albums here. Then I'll be able to access my pictures. Then I'll be able to pick what I want to pick. So starting from here, that will be the first. I'll pick that. Then I'll pick. So let me just go to my albums to pictures. Then I'll pick I'll pick this as the second. Let's see what we'll pick as the second. I'll pick this as the second, yes. Then I'll pick this as the third, yes. I'll pick this as the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh. Yes, the seventh and the last. So yes, we have all that. So we've picked all the mockup. Yes, yes, yes. We picked all the mockups. So let me see them. So here we have them. So we have all the mockups picked already. Then we are good to go. So this will be our first portfolio. So all I have to do is to click on next and having to click on next. So we have this. This will be the cover. As you can see from here, it says cover. And this will be the cover, then this will be the second, this will be the third, this will be the fourth. So we have them up to this, and that will be the last. So I'm going to nest this. So if you want to add more, you click on this to add more. then you'll be able to add more image, but that's all for now. So we're going to proceed right now. So let's proceed right now. So I'll click on next right here, and here we are. So we are next to this. So what my profile will be, so I could just go back and name the project. So I would say the name of the brand is Prime Haven Realty. So I'm going to name it Prime Haven Realty Brand Visual Branding. Yes, visual branding. Yes. So that would be it. And the tags, I'm going to give it a tag. So the tags will be logo design one. The tags is a logo design. So comma, yes, I'm going to use a comma to separate that. So logo design, then there will be a graphic design. Yes, then there will be a brand design. Yes, and yeah, we are good to go. So the creative field, we are going to choose a field, and there are a lot of fields, but this will be branding, this will be graphic design. Yes, and it will be branding. Yes, so it will be branding, graphic design. So you could choose more than one field. It will be logo design as well. So we have logo design, graphic design, and branding. So yeah, we are good to go. Then you could check the advanced settings. The advanced settings, you could add project description, and you'll be able to add project description from here. You will say this is a brand design for a real estate company. The design was carried out on a smartphone. Yes. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to save that. Then that will be the description. Then you could do a whole lot of things, but we are not doing that. So I'll go back. I'll go back right now. Then we have all this. So the next thing I have to do is just to publish this. So I'll publish the project, and we're going to have our first portfolio. So you get to create more portfolios as you keep designing, you keep creating portfolios. And here we have our first portfolio right here. So this would attract people to check it out. So when you click on this, you'll be able to see what the whole design is all about. So here we have that. So this is what the portfolio looks like. So we could edit it if we want to. So this is what it looks like right now, and it's not looking bad to me. Then this is our description. Then you could see every other thing. So you could check this out. This is what the portfolio looks like. If you want to edit, all you have to click on this dot. Then you're going to edit. You're going to click on edit. Then you'll be able to edit what you've done. So let's do some edits. I'll do some basic edits. So here you see this. I'm just going to click on this. So image is not large enough to display full width. This means full width, but it's not large enough to display that. So we're going to leave that. So here we have what this means is it's not large enough to display full width, and yes, we are going to just leave it like that. So we are going to just look into just leaving it like that, and here we are. So that is how to edit and go about your logo design. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.